I had something happen to me this morning that also happened sometime back of last summer, and I want to share it with you. It has to do with an artist scam that's very popular, and you may have at one point experienced this scam, or you will in the very near future. It's true that as artists, it's rewarding, but let's face it, it's not easy making a living making art. Sure, you're making art because you love it. That's your primary reason. You enjoy making art, and that's great. However, we still have bills to pay, and painting supplies are expensive, right? So when sales of our art are slow, or worse, non-existent, it can be downright depressing. And that's when you are most vulnerable to these scams. Last summer, I received a scam email that caught my attention, and I want to share it with you. Just give me a second here to switch over to my screen so you can see it. I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. Just hang on. Here it is. Okay. This is from a so-called Thomas Light, and the subject is Artwork Inquiry, Art and Sculpture. And the message starts, "Hello, Carl. My name is Thomas Light from Seattle. I actually observe my wife has been viewing your website on my laptop, and I guess she likes your piece of work. Excuse me. I'm also impressed and amazed to have seen your various works too." By this point, my ego's getting kind of pumped up, right? Okay. He goes on and says, "You are doing a great job. I would like to receive further information about your piece of work and what inspires you. Also, kindly email me back with some images and price list of your artworks that is ready for immediate sales within my price range, $1,000 to $8,000. Whoa, that's exciting. Hope to hear from you soon. Thanks and best regards, Thomas." Oh my goodness. I honestly, right off the bat, I knew it was a scam. I've seen this one before. I've heard about it before. It's all too common, and it targets artists, which is just appalling. It's definitely a case of if it sounds too good to be true, then it's most likely not true. Yet most of us, we have this trait of where we really want to trust people, where we view them positively, and for the most part, that's good. That helps human society function. It makes it a pleasant place to live. But unfortunately, there are unscrupulous scammers who play on this positive quality that the rest of us have. Now, to test this, I forwarded this email to my wife without telling her it was from a scammer. I wanted to see what her reaction would be. Sure enough, she was excited for me that someone would want to pay so much for my art. $8,000. Wow. This is it. This is the big moment, right? Well, at that point I said, "Honey, let's Google this phrase, artwork inquiry scam." And sure enough, Google returned hundreds of results for that search. And when you dig down into each of those stories, you can see how this scam plays out. And so she was crestfallen. She was excited for me, which I really appreciated, but she was so disappointed that these scumbags would do this. It's just terrible, right? Well, that was back in July of this year. Well, this morning I woke up, checked my inbox, and wouldn't you know, I have a nearly identical email. And here it is. This time it's from Michael Watts. And look at the subject. It says, "Artwork Inquiry, Art and Sculpture." Of course, this time it says, "Hello, Olson." Last time I was called that, I think it was my middle school coach was fussing at me about something. "Hey, Olson." But anyway, never mind that. But look at that. And it also says, "My name is Michael Waltz from Seattle." Look how similar those are. See, almost identical. But anyway, let's go back to this one here. Why do these scams work? Let's think about that for a minute, and that will help protect us as artists, okay? What makes this email so compelling to people when they first see it? Well, one, it's not necessarily an automated spam message. Look at this header for this email that I got this morning. Notice it says form submission, contact me, artwork inquiry, and just above that it says Squarespace. That I use Squarespace to host my website. I'm not a sponsor for Squarespace, okay? But anyway, that's just where I have my website. It's on Squarespace. So what had to happen here is someone had to go through the effort to search for my website, find my contact form, click on that, and then fill out the form that's in there and cut and paste their message. So it had to be a person, not some AI bot. At least I don't think so. That had to take the effort to do that, which is just absolutely appalling that someone would do that. They're going through a lot of premeditated effort to try to scam me. That's a lot of work just to get to this point to send this email. So what's another reason why this is so compelling, why it works sometimes? Well, it has the appearance of credibility. Look at that first line of the message. It says, my name is Michael Watts from Seattle. You have a specific name. You have a specific location. Also, you can see that you have this credible story here where it says, I actually observed my wife has been viewing your website on my laptop, and I guess she likes your piece of work. You know, it could almost be a seemingly credible scenario. I mean, it could happen, right? Somebody might say that. And you can see there's some awkwardness a little bit in the wording and in the punctuation, which is another giveaway that this is possibly a scam here. Well, it's also, you know, that's the way we write too, though. So it could also add some credibility to this email, just having that. I don't know. Anyway, what else? Oh, here. It appeals to our ego. Look at this. I am also impressed and amazed to have seen your various works too. You're doing a great job. Now, never mind the fact that it appeals to my ego. What's really interesting is, now this guy went through all the effort to go to my contact form and send me this email. And at the time that he did it, there is not a single piece of my artwork available for anybody to see on my website because the web store is down. I'm in the process of revamping it, have been for several weeks. There's nothing there, at least not right now. So how in the world could he have seen my various works? That should have been a dead giveaway, right? But anyway, he's appealing to my sense of ego. And then look at this. It appeals to our sense of greed. I don't mean to offend anybody, but we all, if we're really frank with ourselves, we have an element of this emotion where if there's something good, if there's something in it for us, it gives us a thrill. It gives us a little bit of a thrill here. So notice what he says. He says, kindly email me back with some images and price list of your artworks that is ready for immediate sales. See, that right there appeals to you because, oh, this is something that's going to happen right away. I'm not going to have to wait for a long time. And notice the price range, $1,000 to $8,000. Whoo, yeah, I'm excited. I want that money. That's good, right? But here's the way this scam's going to work out. And there may be some variations on it, but if you, let's say it's let's say an unassuming, let's say, I can't figure out how to say this. Let's say an unsuspecting artist falls for this and replies to this email, eager to proceed with the sale. Okay, what's going to happen? Well, the scammer is going to spin this elaborate yarn about your painting being a surprise gift. It could be, in this case, it's for a wife, but sometimes there's variations of this email where it's from a woman. So it may be a woman looking for a gift for her husband, okay? But it's some long, elaborate email about that. And wouldn't you know it, they're in the middle of a bit of a crisis here. They want this thing to be a surprise, but lo and behold, they're out of the country, or they're moving to someplace out of the country. So that means they're going to specify unusual payment arrangements and unusual shipping arrangements. It's going to be gnarly, okay? And what they'll do is once they agree upon the price, They're going to say, hey, look, I'm going to send you a little bit more because I know you don't know how much the shipping is going to cost you. So I'm going to send you an overpayment. Ding, 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 right? Should be. You should have alarm bells going off at this point, right? Hey, I tell you what, hold on, let me get back to my camera here, okay? If I can remember how to do this. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so the alarm bells should be going off, right? That this is a problem. They're going to send you an overpayment. Now, let's say you go ahead and respond and agree to that. What'll happen is, let's say you have a painting that's $5,000. They're going to send you a check for $10,000. And what a heart-stopping moment when you receive that check. It looks legitimate, it looks real, and it has 100000. I mean, it may have some odd cents on there just to make it seem like it's real, right? What they want you to do then is to send the excess back to them. You got to wire it. They're going to give you wiring instructions how to do it. Now, if you deposit that check and you do that wire transfer, two things are going to probably happen. One, you're going to end up in jail because you have become an unwitting accomplice to a scam. And the worst part of that is you're scamming yourself and you're going to end up in jail. And also, your checking account is going to be emptied out. It's just ridiculous. It's just appalling that someone is willing to harm someone like this. Don't let your ego, don't let your sense of greed, don't let a desperate situation, don't let your heart cause you to fall for this scam. But we don't have to live in fear. I mean, just be alert. Be alert to your, it's kind of like when you go someplace, they say you need to have situational awareness. Have situational awareness that these scams do exist. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. So be careful. But now the good news is keep making art because there are people out there, honest people, who do want to buy your art. It's eventually going to happen, and that's great. But now I want to know about you. Have you seen these scams? Have you received an email scam like I got this morning? If so, let me know about it in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you.